The ignorant idiots that want to ignore everything and don't want to understand that everything is one thing. Due to the CI and the lockdownies and all that lekker fun things that we all had to play, a lot of people started chopping down trees to make charcoal to export it. So tell me how that is nothing to do with permaculture and freedom and food and the future. Figuratively speaking, I got a small army camp here. These guys are really not asking for much. They live in plastic 6 months, 8 months a stretch, chopping trees like that in 10 minutes time. We can get them to be more productive in chopping trees. Compared to Bush TV Day 7/5 Wednesday yesterday, there is the sun. We're about 24 hours later, 20 minutes past 4:20 now. It's much fuller, obviously, because it's growing on its own, not dependent on the sun and whatever the sun is reflecting off the earth and what. How obvious does it need to be? I drove past so many animals today. There were some monkeys along the road somewhere, and yeah, quite a few things, but couldn't get them on the camera. Just a bit of bush TV there. Nice trees. I can't believe it. 2 weeks ago I couldn't drive here. I showed it in the beginning of one of the Food Forest Fridays not too long ago. It was full here, and there was some cows coming there. I talked about the swells that could be made here. It's not our place, but yeah, the water is gone in this sand area, but maybe 20 kilometers or whatever away, I know some clay pans nearby to the food forest, and they are still full of water. So clay is good. Clay is good. I had a very fun day in town. I went to this one amazing shop where it's all good and friendly and hello. Just don't look at the prices, because no product and no price fits together. Like if there even is a price on the shelf. And yes, don't order in bulk, because our system is totally not working. Because if you think you have 10, we maybe only have 2. So yeah, but everything is very good. Thank you very much. It's just good. While walking out of there, there's just one thought that crossed my mind. You are not serious. You're really not serious. You're not serious. I have to wipe my behind when I walk into your shop. But you don't wipe your behind. No price match there. Nothing's right there, You're not serious. You're not serious about anything. So really, F off. Here is for the lekker skapies. We are serious as F. Anton went so quickly through the blocks with watering that on this Food Forest Friday we'd rather not water anything. It is starting to get cold. The ground is still wet. Anton, we're digging a mini swale here. If you watch Boo's Let Us Go Green episode, which will be out soon or was out long ago, we'll see. You'll see an issue here with this grass. So For now it's just a deep trench. Hopefully in a month or so we'll get some piggies for this camp and the wires and so on. But so yes, this camp is progressing and Anton is there on his way to the water tower base number 3. I don't know if you could hear that bird, but as the winter starts getting colder, you start to hear new types of birds. The bases are looking nice. A bit of child slavery here on the homestead. What shall I pay this little guy for his help? These bright red ones caught my eye once again this morning, and it made me think about some news I saw yesterday. Lekker, lekker. From this side, the Makatan is easily bigger than a soccer ball. Almost half a meter long there. Lekker, lekker. So, if and when we do get our piggies, I want to also have them in this camp for a while. I don't know, I'm just not happy with the soil here. And I don't have the material to come chop and drop and mulch. You know, with termites, they just destroy the mulch so quickly. A lot of bee activity here. So I hope the pigs can sort out this ground for us also in due course. And the type of pigs, it's not normal pigs, it's a different type. Some people have them here in Angola. I saw them walking around wild. Well, I guess it's people's pigs that's walking around. But they are quite small. So, not those big pigs. Little small pigs. Here at the back of house, future kitchen of Boo, we got what looks like our very first papayas on the homestead. Weird, there's not even another one close by. The only other one flowering is on that side of the kabashu. So very interesting. Look at all the termites. They really don't give anything a chance. This pole was dropped here like what, 2 days ago. Let's go check. Anton's busy with the concrete. So that's the third base done, basically. A bit of training underway so that Anton can look after these gardens for us. We got a few visitors. Lots of gooseberries this year. A little snack on the Food Forest Friday. Yay! Anubis in particular loves this new setup. We're here in the storeroom, and a termite can turn anything into a Food Forest Friday. I don't know what they came to look here for, but they think here's food. when we built the storeroom, finances were a bit tight. It cost something like $250 for poison. So we actually put chlorine in the floor, a lot of it. We heard that works, but that didn't work. I put some other poison also on the floor, in between the chlorine or with the chlorine. But yeah, so we're at 9 May and we're putting some other strong poison again. Let's see if that can keep them out. How strong is the poison? Well, supposedly just one drop in a bucket full of water. I put about 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. Who's counting here? I came here to wait and thought I'm gonna have a nice shot and a moment to say, you know what time it is for sure. But it is now 4:20 and the moon is not out yet. Can you guess the time now? It's 20 past 4 and there's the moon just on the... About 4:20s later. No, that's actually 3:20s. It's 20 past 5. And for frame of reference, the sun usually sets here at about 6 o'clock. 7:30. It is quite dark. I saw a comment, can't remember exactly by who. Would my fist make enough of a ball there? Well, there's the shadow of a ball on another ball. I got to document this. This is so funny. In 2025, about, give or take, 3 decades. Let's say we're documenting this for the far, far future. Like a joke for the far, far future. I was taught that the light from the moon is because of what the sun is reflecting off of the moon, and then that shadow there is the earth shadow that the earth makes. And now we're at 4:20s later. It's 5:40. And the moon has always had the same face towards us. Always, always. As long as I have been alive, for sure. How do you mean I was taught? No, seriously, I was taught by these things, these institutions. They were called schools and universities, and all the smart people, they thought they were very, very smart because they were so much smart with all their educations, degrees, and 33s. Things here around the Kabashu grows especially luscious because of all the smoke from the fire. CO2 is good for the plants, obviously, of course. Now Greta Thunberg would like to get some, she and Uncle Klaus wants to get some rules and regulations in place because this is very, very dangerous. What nonsense. It's Saturday morning. We're running a bit late, but guess what time it is? Lekker time. These oaks are moving to a new food forest. So that's a very, very good bye for these two. And I hope they're gonna enjoy their new home and make a lot of babies. Bye, newbie. Ta-ta. Hey, can you guess what time it is? Road trip time. On the way to the food forest of Namibia. The Nu. I hear there's some different pronunciations. Lekker, the Nu. Here we come. A quick one, if you can see, this is what the charcoal industry produces. There's absolutely no big trees left anywhere at all. There's a solo. So I think that's why this country doesn't have big trees. And so it's all done in the name of making space for more grass for the animals, which is all good, but I mean, is it needed to do that to the whole land? A little bit of Grootfontein there. Lovely flamboyant trees here in the middle. So I'm a stickler for spelling and pronunciation and stuff, really. It's just, you know, there's so much low respect everywhere, so, you know, what's the respect anymore? But I've come to find out it's not dan nou. In Afrikaans, now means no, and I'm a big fan of now. Go, fast, now. So for me, I pronounce it dan nou, but it's dan nou. The emphasis is on the first part. Dan nou. We're going to visit dan nou. On the way to Utawi, you can see those lovely mountains there. We're gonna drive through them now. It's very pretty. So yes, now I trust you can see why I had to make such a rush job out of the frost wall. I had a time limit on my things. It is what it is. So this is the area that's probably getting some of the most rain in Namibia. So you can see lovely bushes and stuff still. We're approaching Combat. It's a small mining town. We are approaching the valley. As we're on our way to Otjiwarongo, the ground has turned red and the trees, they seem to start getting a lot smaller now. About 50-40 before Otjiwarongo, this area has been so deep bushed, I doubt it will even ever grow back in 100 years. And not red sand like we got at some spots nearby the food forest. This is red clay. Tumap also got that. There's a cement factory. As far as I know, we got 2 cement factories in Namibia. This is one by the Chinese. Busy road today. We're having such a struggle with internet, and here I come into Otjorongo and I see you guys got 3 lines of fiber optic next to the road. Lekker, lekker. Not really sure if we are at the right place, but we saw some swales and sunflowers, so it could only be the food forest Namibia.
Ah,
A tree for you.
thanks, man.
From my forest to your forest.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks a million.
Until our trees meet each other. It really does feel like a food forest here at the now. There's a lot more beans and stuff around. Really a food forest. Quite nice. Look. See. 33. This is my favorite road. It's much drier here. Here's a few nice trees coincidentally where I stopped. But for the most part the canopy layer is much lower here. What I've done for you is put my whole homestead, my name and everything on the line to speak out about some things that can't be speaked out about. I had to dodge a lot of red lines to get it up. It is up. Spend some time. It wasn't just for nothing. My favorite road to probably the least favorite road I have in this country. It's a very narrow road. Basically once a week there's a fatal crash on this road. I see finally it's being widened. Very lekker, dankie man. Always wanted to build a road, lekker. Riding right into the sun, about 144 kilometers before Swakopmund. Mekon, thank you for those coffees for going to the now, it really helped a lot. Now me and Boo can have some actual coffee for this last stretch of the road. Thank you. Lekker coffee. Thank you, Mikon. On the day I found out it was your birthday, not sure when it was, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mikon.
Hopefully you can hear some coastal birds and some coast there in the background. The audio was a bit rough here. We wanted to say, look, it looks like the country has got a blanket on. It looks so cozy and fuzzy. This is new. The surveillance state intensifies. Lekker, lekker Namibia. Classic problem, reaction, solution. Bad education, corruption leads to people drinking and driving. And now we have to have cameras everywhere with money given from China. And as we approach the coast, you can't see much. So many bugs on the windscreen. That was a good sign, at least there's a lot of bugs. But it's quite misty. So not much to see, I guess. There's some mountains in the background. Quite a few more 20s than 420s after 420. Here at the coast, the sun sets much later, so it's still very light out actually, and it's definitely quite a few more than 420s later than 420. It's now about 20 before 7 o'clock. Now we're gonna turn this into a sea TV. No, not the C33 type of TV, no, sea, coast, ocean. Lekker, lekker. So there you got it, a little bit of Namibian coast. Always lovely, especially for us bush people. Dano, the mad lad, I really wanted to gift him the rabbits and stuff, and to say thank you for all he's doing and stuff. And then he come and he gives us these big pumpkins, which is very lovely, thank you. And his wife gave us one of these. It's the one with the yellow dots. We got the one with the white and the red, so we'll make some for her again. Thank you, Dano. We're going here to the Swakopmund State Nursery to see if we can pick up a bargain on a tree or two for the food forest. Not sure if we'll be finding any trees. It looks like they're having more, just a wide variety of different plants, succulents especially. Unfortunately, it seems there's really not much in the term of trees, but these are looking lovely. This tree has got some proper roots. So in the end, Boo decided on these 4 or 5 plants, a new ground cover, and a nice flower.